So I try making all of my compost. And so I have 3 different piles back here. I have 1 pile, well, I guess 4. 2 pile, 3 pile, 4 pile. I kind of know where they are in their stage, but how do you know when compost is done? For me, I tend to use the earthworm tests. So this is the most composted. So if I pull this back and see no earthworms, see minimal, I see some here and there, but not much. There's one. Earthworms are there if food is there. If it's fully composted soil, it's not as nutrient rich for itself, so it's going to go elsewhere. So in this case, this would be ready to go soil for me. I actually like it when it's not as composted, because if you put it into your beds at that point and it has the food that earthworms want, well, it's going to go into those beds. So I'm just a little behind on this bed. This is probably more composted than I would like, but still it's nonetheless ready to go. So if I go into this one, we see, hopefully you can see, there's worms. Probably a little deeper because that was a bit drier, but there's definitely a lot more worms in this one. Worms. So this is an active pile still, and you can also see there's still grapes. Grapes surprisingly survive at least a year in here. So if you see a lot more stuff that should be composted, the earthworms in biology still hasn't gotten to that point, but it will. So in this case, I wouldn't want to do it because I still see food scraps. There's nothing wrong with putting food scraps on your bed. It is what it is. It may attract rodents and other things to eat it, but putting anything onto your bed, nature will take care of it. But I would like this to be a little further broken down. This is a new pile. I'm not even going to break it up because I'm starting to put the grass with soil onto that. And let's check out this one. Yeah, this one I can't even break up because it's still compacted. So it's still in the compost phase. So if you're wondering when your compost is ready to go for use in a bed, just simply look at the number of earthworms. If there's a lot of earthworms, meaning there's still a lot more stuff that needs to be broken down. If there's not as much, it's pretty much close to or maybe at fully composted stage, and you're good to go. That's the way I determine my compost.